fact, the Supreme Court today has agreed to list pleas challenging the Karnataka High Court order on the hijab ban in educational institutions. The hearing in this matter will be held after the Holi vacations. The hijab is not an essential religious practice. This is what the Karnataka High Court said yesterday, upholding the ban on hijabs in classrooms. A bench comprising of Chief Justice N.V. Ramana took note of the submissions of senior advocate Sanjay Hegde appearing for some students that urgent hearing was needed, keeping in mind the upcoming exams. The urgency is that there are many girls who have to appear for examinations. This is what the senior lawyer told the bench, which also comprised of Justices A.S. Bopanna and Hima Kohli. Others also mentioned, let us see, we will list after the vacations, give us time. That's what the Chief Justice has said.
Well, the Karnataka High Court had pronounced the hijab verdict. Of course, it's not really gone down well with the students and certain communities and also certain activists. But as far as on the other hand, what we're looking at here is especially, it's been almost like a BJP win. Now, joining us to talk about the same here is Mr. Yashpal Suvarna, who's also the Vice President of the College Development Committee. Well, thank you, sir, for joining us here on NDTV. My first question to you is, this was a very local issue, just about 5 to 6 students, which ideally could have been solved within the closed doors of a college. But then it was blown out of proportion. And then we also had Mr. Raghupati Bhatt interfering and also issuing a diktat not to really wear hijab and enter the college. And then from there, it became a rejection from the college administration, a rejection from the Karnataka government. Today, they say they feel rejected by the High Court itself. Do you think it's a win for the BJP here?
No, we tried our level best to resolve the issue in our college only. But the thing is, the conspiracy created because of some other antisocial activity. The man behind this were some other social activity like CFI, PFI. And all. So they wanted their girl child to get educated from the one end. Another end, they want to get it was the marketing skill by collecting funds from Muslim country, saying that blaming our Indian government, blaming the education institution. Because of that, it has been spread out throughout the world.
You just said that education is very important, right? I'm sure there were, in the past as well, these are the very students who are wearing the hijab inside the classes. And there could be isolated cases, 1 or 2 cases. When education was important back then, how exactly did education stop now? Because they started wearing hijab.
From the beginning itself, we tried our best to clear the issues. But the intention of the students were not like that. They wanted to destroy the education policy, not only in our college, throughout the Karnataka, because some other antisocial activities were behind them. So only they filed the application in front of the High Court. So they only filed the application in front of the High Court. Yesterday, the foolish decision by them is they are blaming the High Court because it is provocated by some other political activity. It is unconstitutional decision. That means they only filed the application, but now they are blaming the High Court. Means, see, in India, we give the respect, we go ahead for the judiciary. If they don't they don't respect our Indian judiciary, means they can walk out from India. They can settle down where they have to allow hijab. They can practice their religious practice. They can go ahead and settle down there.
What happens to these students, especially who are still saying they want to wear the hijab?
No, they should follow the court order. If they don't follow, then they will sit in the home only, nothing else. Because we don't want worry about that 6 student. We are thinking about the future of the 965 student of that college.
Who don't have a problem.
Yeah,
otherwise.
because they are telling, directly they are telling, without hijab, we won't attend the class, we won't write the exam. Means they don't want their education.
Thank you. That was Mr. Yashpal Suvarna telling us, yes, of course, these are the very students who are the agent of, terrorist activities. That's one point he did, of course, talk about. And secondly, the most important thing going on to talk about that, the colleges will have to adhere as far as the High Court's order is concerned. And if they do not really want to, in fact, adhere to the court's order, they really don't have a place. In Udupi, with camera person Kumar Shrija for NDTV.